Hi, I'm Maggie from MAGGIE'S and I'm here with all these scarves that I have arm knitted, and I've had a little bit of help with this. At this point, I've arm knitted an afghan, and then I've arm knitted all of these scarves in various yarns. So by doing this many projects, I've learned a lot of tips that will help you to be a better arm knitter. And some of the tips include how to use multiple strands like I did here. This is using everything from like zero weight to City Life ladder yarn and then a worsted weight yarn mixed together. And then there's tips in how to measure your yarn, how to mix and match colors and dye lots and your gauge, and using the beginning and the end of a ball to create 2 strands, or create like even 4 strands out of 1 skein of yarn. Adding yarn, what to do if you need to take it off your arm, what if you wanted to bind off on an opposite arm. I'd show you how to do that. So I am madly in love with arm knitting, and I used to knit when I was very young, and I was pretty good at it actually. I wouldn't even know how to do what I used to do when I was young. But anyway, I just love this. I just think it's a lot of fun, and I've been teaching my friends also. And I love teaching people because I can slow the whole process down and see where they struggle, and then I can create good tips for you, and that's what I want to share in this video series. So this is Lion Brand Homespun. This is Starbella. This is Starbella Flash. This is Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky Yarn. This is a mix of Premier Yarn, City Life, Eversoft, and Enchant Yarn. This is actually a 12-foot scarf that I made using I think it was 3 strands of Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky in chocolate. But all of these are in separate videos, and this is just to introduce all of the tips that I have for you. And then this afghan was done in Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky also. So anyway, let's get started on your tips, and make sure that you watch all of them. There's probably going to be about 20 at least 20 tips in this series. And I want to thank you for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, just write them below, and the links to all the videos and everything will be listed below. Thank you. After making several scarves, I've realized that you can easily take these off your arm, all the loops. Just for scarves, I would recommend doing it this way. You could put the loops, take all the loops off your arm, and as long as you have it on some kind of a holder, maybe a knitting needle like this. This is a small size knitting needle. Or I have a big broomstick needle that I use, so you could put it on there. And your loops are probably thin enough on a scarf to put on a doorknob. And then another thing that I have here at the office is one of those little jewelry stands, and it comes up like a T, and then it has a bar across, and so I put those on there. And here's a stitch holder that's typically used in knitting, and you could open this up and put all your loops on a stitch holder and just have it be like that, and that's safe to do. Also, maybe a big safety pin, and I was looking for the bigger safety pins that I have that are typically used for quilting, and I just couldn't find that. But they make them even bigger than this, and that would hold all your loops. So when you're ready to put it back on your arm, all you have to do is take your holder off, and the side that has the little loops like this, the knit side like this, and not this side where you see the bars going across, this is the side that's going to be facing me. So, and then the other way to tell is that this strand needs to be facing out towards my fingers, towards my fingertips. So it wouldn't go on this arm because of this. You want this to be on the outside. So you just slide them back on your arm like this. Might be a little bit snug, but once you get them on there, that's fine. And then the stitches are very easy to tell where they're at, even with multiple strands like this one is. So be sure to watch all the other tips. There's probably close to 20 tips on how to make your arm knitting more enjoyable. Definitely done with the long tail right now, because there's only groups of 4 on my arm right now. Doesn't that look beautiful, those shades of blue? Down, or something happens where you drop it, you don't want all your stitches to unravel. So for the next group, you skip that one.